What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here, you can call me Irish, and you're going to be watching some Black Ops 2 Domination in the background. It's actually a pretty decent game as far as the team goes. I don't do amazingly well. I get a few kills, but I get almost as many deaths, so it's not crazily, like, insane. Like, I don't go, like, 25,000 and 0, but, yeah, that's just kind of the background for the topic that I kind of have to discuss because I don't know what to do. Basically, as you know, now that I'm back in action, I've got my HD PVR2. But it's different from the HD PVR1 in that the HD PVR1 used what are they called, composite cables. I don't know how you pronounce the word exactly, but it uses those kinds of cables, and they're like, if you don't know what they are, they're like a HDMI cable that I'm sure most people know now. It's just one little jack that goes straight in. Composite cables are kind of different in the fact that there's 5 individual plugs that you have to plug in, like a red, green and blue, and then for the video, and then red and white for left and right audio. And I understand that this is going to be very boring and uninteresting for a lot of people, but if you happen to know anything about this, what I'm going to say, or what I need help with, I would really appreciate it, because I literally haven't got a clue how to fix it. Nothing on Google is helping. But basically, the HD PVR1 was fine. It recorded in a file type called .m2ts. That was just the kind of file type that it recorded to, and it was fine. Whereas with the HD PVR2, it can do .m2ts, but when it does that, when I drag it into Vegas, which is my usual editing software, it doesn't include an audio file. So, like, for those of you that don't know, when you drag an M2TS file into Vegas, it gives you a video and an audio file like together. And what I'm getting is just a video file with no sound. Now, from what I know from looking up, it seems to be only a Vegas problem. Whether that's not Triton, what you call them, Hopog's fault, or whether it's Sony's fault, or whoever is having the problem here, where the two of them aren't working together. It's something that needs to be fixed badly, but it's not fixed yet. So this is the problem that I'm having. So what I decided to do was I'm currently trying out Adobe Premiere Pro, and it's working now. The M2TS files are working. There's sound, there's video. Excuse me. And my problem with my main problem is with the HDPVR1 files that I was exporting. They were like perfect. I would just export, or I would record them, drag them into Vegas, edit them, do whatever I need to do, cut out boring parts, whatever like that, and it was all smooth and fine. The preview window wasn't choppy or laggy, and I could watch it in reasonable quality to the point where I could actually read names on the screen in the gameplays that I was watching. So if someone killed me, I could say, for example, Myers here just shot me there. Oh crap! I better go get him again, or I better go get him back, or something like that. But what's happening now is, because the M2TS files aren't working, I've resorted to having to use MP4 files. They're the only thing that work, and that give me sound and video. But the problem with MP4 files is, for some reason, I'm finding that the playback in the preview window of Vegas is so choppy in any kind of readable quality, preview quality. So I have to stick it on like rough draft, like half whatever, and it's like so pixelated and crappy I can't even make out anything on the screen. So, and it's like so choppy, it's not even funny. Like, I can barely, like, I'm literally like, might as well be watching a slideshow. So it's not really an option as far as like editing. Like, I could never make a drifting edit or montage or anything like that. Like anything like a will it drift or something like that, where it requires like specific editing to cut out different parts and all that, like, it would be really difficult to do with how choppy it is. So I'm finding that in Premiere Pro, it's a lot different to Vegas. Everything's like, I managed to work out how to fade this video in and fade it out, because it's Call of Duty video. I don't need to do any editing. I literally just drag the video in, fade it in fade it in and out at the start and end. But that's all I have to do. Like, if I was to go in and try and start cutting up clips, and something simple that I love about Sony Vegas is, when you drag one clip over another, it automatically crossfades it, and I have no idea if that's even a thing. I have no idea how to do crossfades in Premiere, and I'm sure I could learn it and I'd eventually get the hang of it. But I would really just like to keep using Vegas, because that's just what I'm comfortable with. I've got all my presets in there for like intro texts, settings and effects and stuff like that. To try and do them again would be a pain in the balls, but so like I'm trying to think, is there any more information that I can use that can help you? It's a HD PVR2. There's HDMI cables going in and out as opposed to the composite cables. M2TS files don't work. They don't, in Sony Vegas at least. They don't work. They don't give in audio, and the MP4 files work, but they don't have sound in Vegas. Or they do have sound in Vegas, sorry, but the render playback thing when I'm trying to edit the video is so choppy and like crappy quality to make it work. It's not a feasible option right now. So any kind of input would help, because I've googled it and I've searched and I've like literally spent like an hour total trying to figure this out, because it's really frustrating, because it's holding me back from doing a lot of the videos that I really want to do. Like so far all I've been able to upload was like a basic rough edit of the road less travelled, which was like fairly easy to edit. It was just a couple of clips like cut up, and then a Call of Duty video, which is, like I said, I don't have to edit at all. I just drag it in, drop it in, and then do the fades. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like is anyone has any help? Anyone that uses a HD PVR2 or has any experience with like video file formats and all that, that has any kind of lead as to where I could go with this? I don't like. I'm so stuck with it right now, because it's frustrating, because I waited so long to finally get my HD PVR back, or get a new one should I say, and now that I've got one back, it's not working the way I would like it to be. And I know, like, I sound like I'm whinging. It's like, at least you have one, like at least you can actually record videos, but like, yeah, that's fair enough, but I would also like to be actually able to be creative. Like, that's the most fun part of this doing this whole YouTube thing, is being creative, making, like, editing together special, like, series. I'd actually honestly find it quite boring if I was to literally just do this all the time. Like, I don't know how Call of Duty commentators do it. Literally just drag a clip on and then just talk over it, because, yeah, it's fun, but, like, I'd rather have something different, something, like, changes in the video going on, like, something more entertaining. But it sounds like I'm coming across really bad there, but I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, it's fun to edit videos. Video editing is a fun thing to do, and I can't actually do it as smoothly as I used to be able to, at least. And it's making me kind of wonder if people, like, somebody asked me on the Forza Motorsport forums earlier on, would I recommend the HD PVR2? And the first thing that came to my mind was, I don't actually know. I think I would probably recommend the HD PVR1 over this. It's a little more expensive, but it's got a lot less problems from what I can see. Everything about it, even the ArcSoft Showbiz or whatever it is that comes with the PVR2, I prefer Total Media Extreme, not for the editing or anything like that. Just, I don't know. I don't like it when they try to force you to use like their editing software. It's like, no, it's cool, I'll get my own, thanks. But just, it's been something that's been annoying me since I've got it. I spent like literally a whole of Christmas Day trying to work out these problems, trying to get a video out, and I managed to get the quality problem sorted out. It just turns out I had my Xbox on the wrong setting. But now everything's working, and now it's just the actual editing problem that I'm coming up against. So if there's like I said, I've actually saying it about 4 times already, but if, like, I'm really stuck. If anyone has any kind of input or help, I would really appreciate it. I suppose I can talk about the gameplay here for a little bit towards the end, because I'm pretty sure I've given all the help that I can give, or given all the information to people that might need it. If not, just ask me in the comments below and I'll respond and fill you in on anything that you didn't know. But as far as the game goes, I never played Domination, never in any Call of Duty games. I might have stopped in once or twice in each game just to check it out, but in Call of Duty I'm largely a TDM guy, or a free-for-all guy. Like, I'd like to just run around and shoot things. But I decided, like, why not at least try to, like, make it not so just run and gunny, like, try and actually play some kind of tactical games, should I say, and see what that's about. And I actually quite enjoyed it. It can be a little frustrating at times when you get... I actually rage quit earlier on. I was playing the raid map, and I was just about to capture A, I believe, or no, C, sorry, in the house thing, in the house area, and I was like 10% away from capturing the objective. I seen a guy on the minimap. The host migration happened, which seems to happen every game or two. It's quite frustrating, actually. host migrated. As it came back, I like had to panic and like, oh god, he's gonna get to me. The host migrated and blah blah blah. So I eventually like, had to run away from where his thing was, from where his dot and minimap was coming from, to get into a position to engage in a fair firefight. And in doing so, I got off the point. I ended up getting, I think I killed him, but when I went back on the point, it had reset the capture all the way back to the start again. So that was kind of annoying. And then I ended up getting killed anyway, so. But the game's just over here. We actually take the win. I think I finished top of my team with 28 kills, I believe, and 27 deaths. So, like I said, I don't go crazy like 15 KD or anything like that, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. So if you have any help with that problem I'm having, I'd really appreciate it. I'm editing this in Adobe Premiere Pro, so any weird problems or glitches that happen, I'll have to try and iron out afterwards. But however, thanks for watching the video, and goodbye.